Good morning and welcome to Earth Echoes with Amber Fields. Today I would like to read another piece by Jason Gray titled, "It is called Respect, and the resets have erased it." I was raised in a world where respect was not optional, it was baseline. It was not something you performed when you wanted something. It was not a trick to get ahead. It was a way of life. I was taught to knock before I opened a door because the space belonged to someone else, and you did not intrude without permission. I was taught to say hello when I entered a room because acknowledging the people around you is the most basic form of human connection. I was taught to say please and thank you, not because the words are magic, but because they show gratitude and humility. If someone needed a seat, I gave them mine without hesitation. I said yes, sir, and no, sir, not because I was subservient, but because I recognized that titles of respect help hold the fabric of civility together. When someone needed help, I stepped in. I did not stand on the sidelines filming with my phone while someone else struggled. I held the door for the person behind me, whether they were a stranger or someone I knew. I said excuse me when I interrupted or passed too close, because other people's space mattered too. I was taught to love people for who they are, not for what I can get from them. And above all, I was taught to treat people exactly how I would want to be treated, no exceptions, no conditions. That was the world I was raised in, and some of you will remember it too. Some of you will remember. You will remember when neighbors knew each other's names and looked out for each other's kids. You will remember when disagreements were settled face to face, not through screens or anonymous comments. You will remember when borrowing a cup of sugar was normal, and so was helping push your neighbor's car out of the snow without asking for anything in return. You will remember when community was a living thing, not a word used in corporate branding. You will remember when a handshake meant something. You will remember when you could look someone in the eye and know they meant what they said. That world is long gone now. The resets. Have there been resets? Absolutely there have. Look around. These are not just slow cultural changes. They have been hard shifts, like someone swapping out the entire operating system of human interaction in one move. Here's what they looked like. The pace shift, mid to late 1980s to early 1990s. Society moved from a slower, more deliberate pace to the age of instant convenience. Drive-thrus, microwaves, and 24-hour service taught us we did not have to wait, and patience began to fade. Respect, which requires time and attention, started taking a back seat to speed. The tech invasion, mid to late 1990s. Computers, cell phones, and the early internet started to replace face-to-face connection. Writing letters became email. Conversations became text messages. Eye contact began disappearing. The physical cues that carried respect, tone, posture, presence were lost in translation. The social media overwrite, 2008 to 2012. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram rewrote how we interacted. We stopped talking to people to their faces and started performing for audiences. The concept of friend was diluted into a click. Approval came in likes, not genuine connection. Outrage, spectacle, and personal branding replaced community, modesty, and listening. The Divide Era, 2015 to present. Every issue became a battlefield. Conversations turned into arguments, and respect turned into an endangered species. People began measuring others not by their character, but by which side they were on. Courtesy and nuance were replaced by instant judgment. The cost of these resets. Respect does not survive resets like these unless people consciously carry it forward, and most did not. Now we have generations growing up who have never experienced what it was like to walk into a room and be greeted warmly by name. They have never known a neighbor where you could knock on any door in an emergency and be welcomed in without suspicion. They have never experienced a world where giving up your seat or holding the door was not exceptional, it was normal. These resets dismantled an invisible infrastructure, the web of unspoken agreements, courtesies, and mutual responsibilities that made society feel human. And in its place, we have built something faster, louder, more connected on paper, but more isolated in reality. Why we must remember. Those of us who lived before the resets still carry the code. We still say please and thank you. We still knock before entering. We still believe in eye contact, in listening, in showing up for people without broadcasting it for the world to see. We remember because we know what was lost, and maybe that is why we cannot just shrug and accept this new normal. Respect is not just politeness. It is the glue that holds trust together. It is the thing that makes a street feel like a neighborhood, a handshake feel like a promise, a conversation feel like an extra, feel like an exchange between two souls instead of two egos. It is called respect, and if we do not live it, teach it, and guard it, no one else will. Jason Gray. Very pertinent piece for our world these days, and I wanted to read it just because it's absolutely true, and I see it all around me, especially in younger generations. And I've been working with my daughter on a lot of different respect issues, and it's hard because she's 5, and so she doesn't always understand, but she's pretty good with saying please and thank you, and getting better at not making demands and asking for things instead, which seems pretty basic, but so many people in our society seem to have forgotten that. And I've felt the ways in my own life, how that feels, and the things that we've lost when people do lose that respect. And it's great. Like Jason says, it's the fabric of our society. It's what holds civility together, and it's so important. And so I just want to say thank you to you all out there listening and spending time with me. Thank you for your time and your energy, and I appreciate you.